Did you know your cat's gender can decide if you get real love or endless dependency? If your bond is natural or quietly manipulative? Discover the biology behind it, and you'll see why so many cat owners quietly regret their choice. Let's begin. The chemical dependency war. Your male cat isn't cuddly, he's chemically obsessed with you. Every single time you pet him, his brain floods with oxytocin, the exact same hormone that makes humans fall in love. But here's the sick part. Once neutered, he doesn't just enjoy this feeling, he becomes biologically addicted to it. You created a furry junkie who needs his next fix of you every 30 minutes or withdrawal symptoms start kicking in. Meanwhile, your female cat has the complete opposite brain chemistry running through her system. Her oxytocin receptors are 70% less sensitive than males, which means she's literally incapable of getting that same addictive high from your petting sessions. She's not being cold or rejecting your affection, she's simply running different neurological hardware that doesn't create dependency. Two completely different operating systems wrapped in identical fur bodies, and you never knew. The attention crisis battle. When you ignore your male cat for just 10 minutes, watch the absolute chaos that unfolds right before your eyes. Pacing back and forth, constant meowing, scratching desperately at doors, that's not him missing you. That's genuine withdrawal behavior identical to what drug addicts experience. And the worst part? You're accidentally training him that this obsessive neediness gets rewarded every single time you finally cave in and pet him just to shut him up. He becomes a stage 5 clinger who will never, ever give you personal space again. Your female cat? Ignore her for 10 straight hours and she'll barely even notice you were gone because her brain is hardwired for solo survival mode. She doesn't need constant validation to feel emotionally secure in her environment. His neediness isn't love, it's pure dependency. Her independence isn't coldness, it's unshakable confidence. Same species, totally different psychological universes operating inside their heads. The territory control game. Male cats have scent glands positioned in their cheeks that release powerful pheromones every time they headbutt you. Sounds adorable, right? Wrong. Every single rub is him chemically marking you as his exclusive property, literally saying, "This human belongs to me, everyone else back off." And he's not stopping with just you, he's doing this exact same thing to your furniture, your doorways, your other pets, absolutely everything in sight. Your entire house reeks of his territorial claim signature, but your pathetic human nose is too weak to detect even a trace of it. Female cats use a completely different strategy with scent glands located in their paw pads instead. When she needs on you with those paws, she's strategically injecting pheromones directly through microscopic perforations her claws create in your clothing. Males loudly broadcast ownership to everyone. Females run silent, covert operations. Both are claiming you as territory, just with completely different psychological warfare tactics. The surveillance system divide. Your male cat follows you from room to room like a shadow because his brain is hardwired to treat you as the dominant alpha in his social coalition structure. Without you physically in his sight, his anxiety levels spike dramatically because he thinks the entire social hierarchy is collapsing around him. He's not being loving or affectionate, he's obsessively monitoring his position in the pack structure for survival. Your female cat sits motionless on high perches for hours, scanning the environment because her brain runs on tactical surveillance programming. Right now, she knows the exact location of every single family member, every pet, and every potential threat within a 50-foot radius. Males desperately need physical proximity for social security reassurance. Females absolutely require distance for proper environmental control. He's insecure and anxious without you standing near him. She's actively protecting you from her strategic vantage point. Opposite survival strategies, but the identical goal of staying alive in their territory. The sleeping position psychology. Where your cat sleeps reveals their deepest psychological programming about trust and vulnerability. Male cats sleep directly on your chest, face, or stomach because they're hardwired to maintain physical coalition contact even during their most vulnerable state. When he's sprawled across your neck cutting off your airway, he's not being annoying, he's positioning himself where he can immediately detect if you stop breathing or if threats approach. His survival depends on your survival because he can't hunt alone. Female cats sleep at the foot of the bed or on nearby furniture because they're guarding the perimeter while you're defenseless. She's not rejecting intimacy, she's performing tactical watch duty. Males sacrifice comfort for proximity security, females sacrifice warmth for strategic positioning. His chest sleeping is coalition dependence, her distance sleeping is protective surveillance. Both think they're keeping you safe, just with completely opposite methodologies that reveal their wild survival instincts. The grooming behavior secrets. Male cats groom you obsessively, licking your hands, face, and hair, because in wild coalitions, mutual grooming reinforced social bonds and hierarchy acceptance. When he licks your skin raw, he's not showing love, he's performing coalition maintenance rituals that cement his position in your social structure. His saliva contains pheromones marking you as part of his group. Female cats rarely groom humans because in the wild, only mothers groomed kittens and kittens groomed mothers back. When she finally does lick you, it's a monumentally significant event because she's mentally reclassifying you from territory partner to family member. Males groom frequently from social anxiety, females groom rarely from selective bonding. His constant licking is insecurity disguised as affection. Her rare grooming is the highest honor she can give. Same behavior, but his comes from desperation while hers comes from calculated trust that took months to develop. The food behavior manipulation. Male cats scream for food even with full bowls because their coalition brain fears resource scarcity constantly. In the wild, the weakest males got pushed away from kills and starved. Your boy cat acting like he's dying of hunger with food available is ancestral starvation panic, not actual hunger. He's manipulating you through dramatic performance because overdramatic males got fed first by concerned humans. Female cats are surgical about food, eating small amounts multiple times because solo hunters never knew when the next kill would come. She's not picky or difficult, she's managing resources like a survival expert. Males beg loudly from scarcity trauma, females ration quietly from abundance strategy. His food drama is psychological manipulation refined over generations, her controlled eating is calculated resource management. Both are playing you, but his method is loud emotional terrorism, while hers is silent strategic control. The stranger response protocol. When strangers enter your home, male cats typically approach first because they're performing territorial threat assessment. He's not being friendly, he's scanning the newcomer's status in the hierarchy and determining if they're a coalition threat or potential ally. That friendly rub on the stranger's leg? He's marking them with his scent to establish dominance before they can challenge his position. Female cats completely disappear when visitors arrive, and owners think she's antisocial or scared. Wrong. She's executing a tactical retreat to high vantage points where she can observe the threat without being detected. She's not hiding, she's gathering intelligence from a position of strategic advantage. Males confront because direct assessment was their survival method, females observe because invisible monitoring was theirs. His greeting is a dominance display, her disappearance is a reconnaissance mission. Both are protecting territory, just with completely opposite tactical approaches. The litter box territory wars. Male cats often refuse to share litter boxes because in the wild, males marked separate territories with urine to avoid constant fights. When he pees outside the box, he's not being spiteful, he's declaring that shared bathroom space violates his territorial programming. His brain can't process sharing elimination areas with other cats because that meant dangerous territory overlap. Female cats are more flexible with shared boxes because colony females often created communal bathroom areas to confuse predators about colony size and location. She can share because her survival strategy involved cooperative deception. Males need separate boxes from territorial instinct, females tolerate sharing from colony programming. His bathroom anxiety is boundary enforcement, her flexibility is strategic cooperation. Both are following genetic blueprints, but his creates household disasters while hers enables peaceful coexistence. Understanding this prevents punishment for hardwired behavior. The eye contact communication. Male cats maintain intense eye contact with you because in coalitions, sustained looking establish dominance hierarchies and social bonds. When he stares directly into your eyes, he's not being creepy, he's confirming the coalition relationship through visual connection. That unblinking stare is him saying, I acknowledge you as alpha and I'm monitoring for your approval signals. Female cats use slow blinks instead of stares because direct eye contact in the wild signaled aggression between rival hunters. When she slowly closes her eyes at you, she's demonstrating ultimate trust by making herself briefly vulnerable. Males use eye contact for social confirmation, females use eye closure for trust demonstration. His staring is hierarchy maintenance, her blinking is vulnerability display. Both are communicating trust, but his method feels intense and demanding, while hers feels subtle and easily missed. You're probably ignoring her most powerful love signal daily. The hearing frequency war. Female cats can detect sound frequencies up to an incredible 64 kHz, while male cats typically max out around 55 kHz at best. She's literally hearing sounds 3 rooms away that he's completely deaf to and missing entirely. When she randomly stares at blank walls for minutes, she's not being weird or crazy, she's hearing rodents moving inside your foundation that your male cat can't perceive. Males compensate for this hearing. Disadvantage with much louder vocalizations instead, using their deeper meows and resonant purrs specifically designed to communicate across greater distances. Females evolved precision hearing for silent solo hunting, males evolved volume and intimidation for rival combat. When your male cat yowls loudly demanding attention, he's strategically using his biological advantage. When your female cat ignores you while staring intensely at nothing, she's using hers. Different sensory weapons, identical survival mission. The stress response nightmare. Male cats suffer from separation anxiety at rates 80% higher than female cats, and that statistic should terrify you. Every single time you walk out that door, his cortisol stress hormones spike so violently inside his body that it creates sharp bladder crystals that can completely block his narrow urethra and kill him within 48 hours. His desperate love for you is literally poisoning his internal organs with toxic stress chemicals. Female cats maintain significantly lower baseline cortisol levels even when left completely alone for many hours because solo hunting behavior is encoded deep in their ancestral DNA. She confidently trusts you'll return because she's been carefully evaluating your reliability patterns for weeks before bonding. Males panic from deep-rooted trust issues and abandonment fears. Females stay remarkably calm from calculated confidence in their assessments. His anxiety proves biological weakness, her independence proves evolutionary strength. Same abandonment scenario, catastrophically different biological reactions destroying health. The playstyle massacre. When male cats engage in play behavior, they use full-body tackles and completely reckless attacks because wild male cats historically survived through brutal gang warfare tactics. Your innocent boy cat wrestling your arm isn't cute bonding, he's actively training to disembowel rival males with those rapid backleg kicks. That's literal combat rehearsal for murder, and you're sitting there calling it adorable entertainment. Female cats hunt with the precision of trained assassins, using dead silence and surgical accuracy. She'll remain frozen for 5 full minutes, carefully calculating the perfect strike angle before attacking with absolutely lethal precision. Males practice chaotic group violence, females practice silent solo kills. He's bonding with you through simulated murder play. She's attempting to teach you proper hunting skills because she genuinely thinks you're an incompetent predator. Both are training their predatory instincts, just with completely opposite methodologies that reveal their wild ancestry. The forced affection disaster. Force unwanted affection on your male cat and watch him tolerate it purely because his brain automatically prioritizes coalition maintenance over his personal comfort and preferences. He'll purr convincingly through absolute torture because abandonment terrifies him far more than temporary physical discomfort ever could. You think he genuinely loves being squeezed tight? He's enduring psychological hell just to keep you bonded to him. Force that same affection on your female cat and her brain immediately enters what's called prey-death response mode. She goes completely limp, her pupils dilate dramatically, and she's experiencing the exact same neurological state as being caught by deadly predators. Males sacrifice personal comfort for social survival needs. Females experience genuine psychological trauma from physical restraint. His tolerance isn't enthusiastic consent, it's pure fear-based compliance you're misreading as love. Her complete shutdown isn't dramatic overreaction, it's automatic survival mode. Activation hardwired from evolution. The memory bank difference. Male cats possess relatively shorter-term social memory systems. naturally forgiving boundary violations within just a few hours because maintaining the current coalition matters infinitely more than holding petty grudges over past incidents. Squeeze him way too hard today, and he'll completely forget by dinner time and come running back for more attention. Female cats possess exceptional long-term memory storage, carefully logging every single violation into permanent mental databases. Force just one hug too many on her, and she'll remember that specific betrayal years later, never fully trusting you again with complete vulnerability. Males reset quickly, prioritizing present relationship status over historical patterns. Females maintain incredibly detailed historical records, prioritizing pattern recognition for future threat assessment. His quick forgiveness isn't generous kindness, it's pure survival necessity driving behavior. Her lasting grudges aren't petty revenge, they're sophisticated data-driven threat assessment protocols, completely opposite memory retention systems. The health crisis split. Male cats develop life-threatening urinary blockages from elevated stress levels, and a shocking 80% of owners completely miss the subtle symptoms until his bladder is literally rupturing inside his body. He instinctively hides escalating pain until you have maybe 6 hours before permanent kidney failure or sudden death. His fierce loyalty makes him mask dangerous weakness fatally. Female cats hide pain even more efficiently than males, acting completely normal even with advanced stage 4 cancer until sudden catastrophic collapse. Veterinarians call this the frustrating female cat paradox because by the time she finally shows obvious symptoms, effective treatment is usually medically impossible. Males hide physical distress from social bonding instinct, females hide serious illness from predator avoidance programming. Both genders conceal suffering from you, but her superior deception is genetically programmed and significantly deadlier for long-term prognosis. Their survival instincts actively work against early disease detection. The hunting presentation mystery. When your female cat brings you dead mice, she's absolutely not giving you thoughtful gifts, she's actively teaching you to hunt because she genuinely thinks you're a broken, incompetent predator who can't feed yourself properly. That dead bird carefully placed on your pillow is actually an insult wrapped in maternal concern, her desperately stepping in to save you from starvation. Male cats rarely bring prey home because their ancestral role was territorial defense and fighting, not feeding the colony. When he occasionally does bring kills, he's showing off successful combat achievements, not teaching survival skills. Females deliver educational curriculum, males display status trophies. Her dead mouse means she thinks you're completely incompetent. His rare kill means he wants immediate status recognition from you. Identical behavior on the surface, but completely opposite motivations driving the action underneath. The trust development timeline. Male cats bond incredibly quickly, often within just days of adoption because fast coalition formation meant immediate survival in the brutal wild. Delay bonding and you might tragically miss alliance opportunities with stronger, more dominant males. Your boy cat loving you immediately isn't special or meaningful, it's genetic urgency programming. Female cats deliberately take weeks or even months to develop trust because hasty decisions meant sudden death to solo hunters. Every single day she quietly observes you is sophisticated data collection determining if you're genuinely safe long-term. Males rush trust from scarcity fear, females delay trust from abundance caution. His instant love is pure desperation programming. Her slow acceptance is quality control protocol. Speed versus thoroughness in relationship building. Neither approach is better, just different survival strategies refined over 10,000 years of evolution. The loyalty manipulation truth. Here's the brutal truth that destroys everything you believed. Neither gender is inherently more loyal than the other. They're both loyal in specific ways that serve their biological survival, not your emotional feelings. Male cats are loyal because abandonment meant certain death in wild coalition structures. Female cats are loyal because secure home bases allow successful solo hunting expeditions. Both are strategically using you for critical biological advantages, and both will manipulate you to get their survival needs met. The real question isn't which gender loves you more deeply, it's which manipulation style you personally prefer tolerating for the next 20 years. Do you want desperate attachment or calculated partnership, needy dependence or confident independence? Because that's your actual choice at adoption. Choose the survival strategy you can realistically live with long-term, not the behavior that seems cute for 5 minutes. The final verdict. Most of you already picked wrong and don't even realize it yet. You wanted a cuddly companion and got a territorial stalker instead, or wanted independence and got complete emotional detachment. The shelter didn't warn you about this, the internet didn't prepare you properly. But now you know the scientific truth and you absolutely can't unknow it. Your male cat's constant neediness isn't genuine devotion, it's chemical addiction. Your female cat's noticeable distance isn't coldness, it's evolutionary confidence. Both are apex predators using completely different psychological tactics to survive comfortably in your home environment. Drop your cat's gender in the comments right now and tell me if I just validated your choice or completely destroyed your relationship, because one of those two things definitely just happened and there's absolutely no going back to innocent ignorance anymore.